And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Andover High School here as the Coon Rapids Cardinals hit the road again, trying to make it two straight in back-to-back days after a big win over the Zephyrs of Matamidi yesterday. They'll take on the Huskies of Andover as they get back to Northwest Suburban Conference play. I'm Charlie Beatty, joined by Howie Shapiro. And Howie, the sun trying to do its thing here today. It's a little bit breezy, but overall a pretty good day for softball.
Yeah, it's nice. The winds are actually blowing out at this point, so we'll see how that affects these hitters. And as you mentioned, a big win for Coon Rapids yesterday. They're looking to build upon that. Just one win on the season for the Huskies so far this year.
And you get a look at Abby Graham. She'll lead it off. Elia Johnson, her battery mate. Bat second. Sam Lam, who pitched yesterday, batting third. Then Meg Scheck. Evan Euland, Leah Numala. And the rest of the lineup there, Cam Schmalzer, Abby Carls, and Jaden Gale. The first pitch from Ali Handel. I believe it was outside. 1 ball and no strikes. And that one is definitely outside. 2-0 to Graham.
Graham's been hitting the ball. Just got her 100th hit. She's the leading career hitter in the Coon Rapids softball program, the history of it. Hitting .414.
1 for 4 yesterday. A couple of RBIs and a good stroke to right field, and that's going to drop over the head of Madison Schaefer out there, and Graham will scoot into second base, and she wants 3. The relay is not going to be in time, and fireworks to start the game for Graham. She leads it off with a triple.
That's her first triple this season, and a nice way for the Cardinals to start this game. We have a very special guest here next to us. Mike Burlingame, Mr. Andover, is in the building. Well, I shouldn't say at the complex. Thinks he owns the place. Puts his drink down on our table. Kicking back here.
So an early RBI chance for Elia Johnson. Ground ball to short. Look at the runner over at third, and that will hold Graham as Johnson is retired. Nice play by Morgan Strombeck at short for Andover. And you see the pitcher today for Andover. This is Alex Handel.
Handel has an 0-3 record, Charlie, as she comes into the game, about 8.08 earned run average.
Trying to pitch out of a jam here in the top of the first. Infield is in against Lam, who flashes the bunt, runs up on one, but just takes a strike. Big day for Lam yesterday.
Yeah,
she got 4, and not to mention the great pitching performance.
Yep. Hitting .320 now on the season.
In center field today, as you can see there. And the 0-1 pitch is on the outside corner, quickly 0-2. So good work here by Handel after the opening triple. And you mentioned the wind blowing out. That might have had a hand in the triple out there. Madison Schaefer looked like she had a bead on it, then it just sort of took off over her head.
It really did, and with her speed.
That one came up and hit the bat on sort of a half swing.
Yeah, Handel would love to see if she can get out of this inning without any damage. Just one away, obviously, at this point, but it's awful tough when you get a runner at third.
Looking for the strikeout here. Handel has 4 of them on the year. And that's just outside.
Again, tough to take, but that's just a little bit low in the zone.
So 1-2 to the lefty Sam Lam. And the pitch popped foul. That's going to be playable over near the Andover dugout. And that is a catch. Great play there by Sydney Huberty for out number 2. As we'll take a look at the defense for Andover. Amanda Pelkey behind the plate. Maddie Anderson at first. Caitlin Zosky at second. Talked about Strombeck at short. Huberty with that nice catch just a moment ago. Corinne Olson, Sophie Schultz, Madison Schaefer in the outfield. And that's on the outside corner to Meg Scheck. All of a sudden, Coon Rapids in danger of squandering the early triple. Up to the cleanup hitter. And it's in the dirt, 1-1.
I was watching Handel warm up a little bit before this game, and she likes to keep things down low in the strike zone, but had a tendency of putting a little bit too low. We'll see what she comes back with here.
Scheck hitting .320, pops it up on the infield. Strombeck drifting out, called off, and the ball pops out of the glove of the second baseman Zosky, and that will give Coon Rapids the run.
Tough way to give up a run, which should have been an out. And again, just popped out of her glove. Her teammate not there to be able to recapture it, but it'll be the error here.
Another ball, you have to wonder what the wind is doing to that ball. And 3 players converging.
Upper glove.
So Evan Euland will have a chance to extend the inning. She takes a strike at the knees. 1-0, sorry, Howie. 1-0 Coon Rapids.
She's hitting .250 on this season. Trying to keep this inning alive.
Now, foul tip back to the screen, 0-2. And nothing hard hit for Coon Rapids other than the opening triple.
Yeah, that was driven well.
Unearned run on the board for Coon Rapids, so Hondel just trying to pitch around that. Rocks and fires. This one's high into left center field and playable again, and fighting the wind and making the catch is Sophie Schultz to win the inning. But the Cardinals do get one on 1 hit. 1 error, they leave 1 after a half inning. 1-0 Coon Rapids on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then just follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Keep up with local news, sports, and events, and the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
One nothing Coon Rapids as we move to the bottom half of the first inning here at Andover. Huskies will get their first crack. And they will line up like this. Caitlin Zosky at second base leads it off. See her there. Morgan Strombeck, the shortstop, batting second. Amanda Pelkey, the catcher, third. Sydney Huberty at third base batting cleanup. Madison Schaefer in right field batting fifth. Christina Meyer is the designated player today. She bats sixth. Sophie Schultz batting seventh. Maddie Anderson eighth. And the center fielder, Corinne Olson, left fielder Corinne Olson batting ninth. And they will be squaring off with another pitcher looking for her first win of the year. Elia Johnson, 0-2. ERA of 4.05. And trying to keep the momentum going, as we said, for Coon Rapids after the 9-2 win behind Lam over Matamidi just a day ago.
Well, Lam came in last year as the starting pitcher and had some injury issues, and Elia Johnson has done a nice job since then. She picked up a lot of big innings last year, and she's pitched well again this season. She's looking for her first win. She is 0-2, but a 4.05 earned run average.
Strike to Zosky is hitting 250 on the first one. And another one right at the belt, 0-2. 17 strikeouts this year for Johnson, pardon me. That's in 19 innings pitched.
Well, it's her. Everyone calls her E.
We're going to do that too.
Yeah.
And there's a chopper up the line, but foul. Andover just 1-5 this year. They haven't played in over a week. They had a couple games washed out on the weekend. They were supposed to play twice on Saturday and didn't get either one in. It's a long break at this time of year, and right back to E. And on to first for the out. Eddie Carl's over at first base with the catch, one gone.
Yeah, usually at this time of year, Charlie, they're trying to get games in, and it's unfortunate. Obviously, you can't get a couple of games in when you need to.
Take a look at the Coon Rapids defense here in this sunny field. Graham behind the plate. Carl's at first. And at second base is Numala. Mike Shack at short. Hoyam at third. Schmalzer, Lam, and Euland in the outfield. One ball, no strikes here to Morgan Strombeck. Andover shortstop.
She's hitting 364. Steps to the plate.
And down the third base line, but foul with the infield drawn in. Hoyam about 3 or 4 steps in front of the bag there, protecting the line.
Yeah, good thought on that particular one. Trying to hug the line, get it opportunity down the left field line, but a little bit foul.
Pitch on the way in the dirt. 2-1. To your point, you were talking about teams not having long breaks between games. A lot of times teams are playing 3-4 games a week at this time of the year, trying to
Easily.
make up for April cancellations.
Exactly. You just never know what kind of weather you're going to have in Minnesota this time of year.
I feel like I remember growing up thinking we had games scheduled as early as maybe April 15th, and
Yeah.
we didn't play till about now. And then you play every day through May, and you're exhausted. 3-1 pitch. That's a hard hit ball and a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting there. Yeah, we did a game years ago, a baseball game early in the season against Hopkins, and it started to snow. And by the third inning, the entire field was coated with white. They ended up just canceling the game.
What Howie's not telling you is that was in early June. You never know as Amanda Pelkey steps
right.
in, the
It's
left-handed hitting
Minnesota.
catcher. Pelkey this year hitting .389.
Yeah, she's been hitting well. Good opportunity for Andover here, see if they can at least tie things up.
Sydney Huberty will be on deck. Huberty with the Huskies' only home run this year, so a dangerous hitter in the on-deck circle, and a runner at first right now in Strombeck. Inside, backs Pelkey off the plate.
Well, he comes with a little bit about that fastball, trying to see if she can jam her at the hands.
You see Huberty checking there, Pelkey checking the wristband. It's got all the play calls on it. Strombeck not going, and that one's on the outside corner.
I see you're wearing one of those.
Oh, always. Just reminds me of chores that I have to do. Grocery lists.
Yep.
It's very helpful.
It comes in handy.
Let's see, it's Thursday, so 3-1 count to Pelkey. And Strombeck hustling down to second base with a stolen base. Delayed steal.
Yep.
That's on the wristband for sure.
Yeah. Mine is, did I take a shower? Yeah, I got to cross that one off.
If you need a wristband for that?
I do.
All right.
Which
Glad we have a couple feet between us.
Well, yeah, I took the shower. It's one of those wristbands that once it gets wet, it dissolves. So
Oh, good.
I have one for every day.
3-1 pitch to Pelkey, and just trying to slash at it. Now it's a full count. The Cardinals with one in the top of the first. Andover with a threat here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, this is a heated rivalry, between these two teams. Of course, head coach Connie Huber used to coach for Coon Rapids back in the day.
And the grounder to second. Up with it is Numala on to first for the out. Strombeck takes third, but 2 gone now.
Yeah, if they can get out of the inning here at this situation without any damage. The Cardinals were in that situation too, and an error in the field allowed them to score their 1 run, but had a runner at third, and Andover's looking to try and get out of it without any damage. Top half of the first.
Huberty hitting 200, but I did mention the only home run for her, and the only home run for the Huskies belongs to her, and that's a ball up and away. You mentioned the rivalry, and of course Andover born out of the old Anoka school system, so you always think about that as somebody like me who doesn't live up in this area. Then you drive up here and you forget just how close Coon Rapids and Andover are physically together. 1-0 pitch. That's a strike to the knees.
Get a nice job by Lai to keep that ball low. Let me see if you're going to get some contact. You want to try and get something on the ground. Or a nice lazy fly ball.
The 1-1 up and away. Too much on that one. 2-1. Runner at third is Strombeck. 2 gone here in the bottom half of the first, and this one's hit well into left center field. Might be playable out there, and on the run, making a nice catch, is Schmalzer to end the inning. So the Huskies threaten. They do not score after 1-0 Cardinals.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework. It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
Right back to the action here in the top half of the second. 1 ball, no strikes on Cam Schmaltzer, who made the play out in left field. Pardon me, this is Numalo is at the plate to lead it off. Schmaltzer will bat next. And 2 balls and no strikes to Leah Numala.
Numala hitting .278 on the season. So the Cardinals were able to do in the field what the Huskies couldn't.
Into center field. Nice sliding play out there by Schultz. Down to a knee to make the catch. Back-to-back putouts for Schultz. And Numala, despite some good contact, is retired. And here is Cam Schmaltzer, who did make the nice play, running into the gap to end the first inning. Here's the last one by Schultz. Had to get on that one quick.
Yeah, she did a nice job of just making sure she found it.
Bunt up the first base line. Second baseman covering. Nice quick throw on that play by Maddie Anderson for out number 2.
Yeah, that's quality fielding. Good job by Zaski coming over and making sure she covered the bag, because it happened quickly.
So 2 very quick outs here in the second inning after giving up a run in the first for Handel. And it's Carl's trying to extend things.
Now Carl's trying to work on that average, hitting .133.
Takes a strike. And the 0-1 pitch on the way is down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Coon Rapids first baseman today. Crowd filing in here as we go along. Sure, a lot of them had to park half-mile away.
In Anoka.
It's 1-2. Great park. This is a true softball park.
Yes, it is.
But there's not a lot of places to park just outside of it.
Well, and then you take the risk of where you park when you come a little bit later, and there's not a lot of spots, and hopefully not get hitting by a foul ball.
Swung on and missed in a very quick second inning for Alex Handel. And the Andover Huskies through an inning and a half. Still Coon Rapids 1, Andover nothing on CTN.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Throws deep downfield. Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader.
And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
E got out of the jam in the bottom half of the first, and 1 pitch looking for 1 out here in the top half of the second. She'll do it herself as Madison Schaefer is retired on the high pop-up. And that'll bring up Christina Meyer, the designated player today for the Huskies.
That's as efficient as you can be to start this bottom half of the second.
Saw Alex Hondel cruise through the top half of the second on just a handful of pitches in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Meyer. Meyer on the year 2 out of 10. Appearing in just her 5th game out of 7 for the Huskies this year. 1-0 pitch. Here's a grounder to the right side. Carl's waiting for the second baseman to get over there and does just in time as Numala moves in behind to make the play.
Yeah, she made it a little closer than it had to be. I think Numala hesitated before she got to the bag at second, because certainly Carl's wasn't in the position to take it herself.
That'll bring up Sophie Schultz. She's already been very busy in center field, making a couple of plays, and she banks one off the camera, right off the shoulder.
Right off the shoulder. Took one from my car. My car's right behind that dugout, and I told him, I said, whatever you do, if the ball comes, just throw your body in front of it.
It's the play of the day so far. 1 ball, 1 strike
right
to
off
Schultz.
the shoulder. Take one for the crew.
At least it wasn't a rocket.
This is true.
There's not a lot of reaction time on top of those dugouts.
Well, no, in your face as a camera operator, you're right in that hood, and you don't see anything. And I know it startled him a little bit to feel something come against his shoulder. There he is.
None the worse for wear. 2 balls and a strike to Schultz. Outside 3-1. Trying to pitch a second straight scoreless inning, allowed just the 1-out single to Strombeck, who stole second, ended up at third, was stranded there. This one's popped up again, and that's going to spin. It's a fair ball.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. At that point, you're not going to get anybody. You're just going to hope that it spins foul.
I wonder if she picked it up too quickly, however. It might look like it might have been rolling toward the line. Obviously, you worry about the runner just running for days, but let's see, where was that headed?
It could have been, but you're right, though. I mean, if that thing stops and doesn't hit the line, then she gets to second on that.
So they'll face Maddie Anderson, the first baseman. Second base hit of the day for the Huskies, and strike 1 to the number 8 hitter. Anderson on the year, just 9 at-bats, 2 hits, couple of singles, 1 run batted in. Trying to keep an inning alive going.
Hitting .222.
1 ball and 1 strike with that pitch up and in. Center fielder Schultz, the runner at first. That one off speed and down low, 2-1. No stolen bases this year for Schultz. Has not been caught. Andover hasn't run a lot. They did it last inning. Here's a pop-up on the right side. Numala drifting over and makes the catch. And that will end the inning. So a 2-out single, no damage done for E. And through 2, it is still 1-0 Coon Rapids on CTN.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Did you know you can report problems to the city with your smartphone? Download the Coon Rapids app. The Report It feature allows you to describe the problem, snap a photo, and submit it directly to the city work order system. It's an easy way to report a pothole, broken street light, or other neighborhood concern. No smartphone? Then hop online and report your concern through the city's website. City maintenance problems solved the easy way. Coon Rapids Report It.
We talked about the turnout here. It's a nice little fan base showing up at the ballpark for this contest.
Good seats right up next to the cage. Chance to see Jaden Gale hit and lead it off for Coon Rapids here in the third.
The rumor on the dark web was that Charlie Bader was going to be here, and so they show up in droves.
I'm talked about a lot on the dark web.
Well, I understand.
1 ball, no strikes to Gale. Had a great game yesterday against Matabidi. Drove in 2, went 3 for 4. Also scored a pair of runs in that game. Good cut on that, 1-1.
Looking more of the same from her. Sitting 304, solid average.
Especially for the number 9 hitter in your order. Turn that over. It's the Byron Buxton. Second leadoff hitter, I guess, is what you want to call it. 2-1 to Gale.
Yeah, it's worked for the Twins so far this season.
Big win for them again today.
Yep.
2-1 pitch, out in front of an off-speed, 2-2.
Yeah, Buxton had a triple on a bunt. He's that fast.
And that one is hit well into left field by Gale, and drifting back to make the play near the fence is Corinne Olson for out number 1.
Yeah, she did give that one a ride. Catch everything we do on YouTube. If this is the first time you're watching us, you can watch what we do live, and you can watch what we do on archive. We are live right now, thanks to Josh Hudvig.
In the dirt, first pitch to Abby Graham will let off the game with a triple and has scored the only run for either team so far. Snuck one over the head of Madison Schaefer in right field. And a 1-0 pitch coming from Handel is on the outside corner, 1-1. Don't see a lot of double zeros out there anymore.
No.
And that one's into right field again, or not. What a catch out there by Zaski. Full extension.
That's a gem. Took a hit away from her.
Looked like a hard hit ball off the bat also, maybe just off the end of the bat a little.
But just a great extension.
Absolutely. Doesn't take anything away from the play Zaski made. So 2 gone, and it's up to Johnson. Handel settling in nicely. We'll get another look at that play just a moment ago.
That was pretty.
Off the screen, 1-1. From pitcher to pitcher, Johnson grounded to short in the first inning. One is down low, 2 balls and a strike. Handel's settling in pretty nicely here. She's retired 6 straight. Really would have been 9 straight except for the error. Off the crook of the arm there of the catcher Pelkey, but it's 3 balls and a strike.
We'll see if I would imagine she has, she will watch this pitch go by, make her throw her a strike, try and get on base. 2 away.
No walks yet from either pitcher, and not here, but Johnson takes care of it. Got a pitch to hit and went the other way philosophically and gets the base hit in between third and short. So the second Coon Rapids hit in this game, and their first since the leadoff hitter in the first inning.
Nice piece of hitting by Eli Johnson, able to drive that through the hole between short and third. We have a courtesy runner, Reagan Hack.
1 courtesy for the pitcher. Yellow 11.
And so it'll be up to Lam now with 2 out, 1 on here for the Cardinals in the top half of the third.
Well, you mentioned you don't see a lot of double zeros. You don't see a lot of 99s either.
They have the common sense not to bat them back to back.
Yeah.
1 ball and no strikes. Those are 2 numbers that if you wear them, general consensus is you better be good.
Yes, absolutely.
Up the middle, diving play, but no play there, and it's first and second with 2 outs. So that one more of a seeing eye single after the solid shot by Johnson, the last hitter up, and it'll be up to Scheck again.
I'll make a good hitter. See what you can do here with two away. Cardinals trying to see if they can increase that 1-0 lead they have.
Scheck was the hitter who essentially drove in the run in the first inning, but she does not get an RBI for it because of the error. Now a chance to add to that RBI total. Takes a strike. Hit that soft fly ball behind second base that popped out of the glove of Zosky. Up and away. Two out, 2 on here in the top of the third. And the pitch, that one's in the dirt. Skips away, runner's trying to advance. Lom's gonna have to hustle back to the bag, and just in time.
She's fortunate too. So
Handel, who was cruising through the first 2 batters of the inning, single to left, single to center, has made it a dangerous situation. That's wide of Huberty, but also the bag. 2-2.
Yeah, again, good thought going down that left field line.
See the wristband there around the belt for Scheck. Doesn't matter where you wear it. Everybody's got the play sheet.
Yep.
2-2. Foul back over the screen. So 2-2 here to the Coon Rapids cleanup hitter. And out in front of an off-speed. Good pitch from Handel. And that'll end the inning as she pitches around the 2-out singles. Coon Rapids up by 1 through 2.5. Let's get a look at that good pitch.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Oh, it's so nice to all be sitting down together. You can tell me something they did today.
I drew a horsey.
Good for you, son.
I started smoking.
I love you too, sweetheart.
I'm selling bongs out of our minivan.
I got a tramp stamp.
I'm getting implants.
I'm dating your brother.
Uh-huh.
I'm cooking meth in the basement.
Great idea, kiddo. That's why you're so popular at school.
A little breezy here up at Andover. 1-0 Coon Rapids as we start the bottom half of the third, and that's ball 1 down low to Corinne Olsen. Number 9 hitter for the Huskies. Trying to turn it over to the top of the lineup. And a pitch on the outside corner from Johnson. Was stranded a runner in each of the first 2 innings.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's unfortunate at the top of the third, Cardinal had an opportunity to add to their lead. Unfortunately, couldn't do it.
And Olsen over the screen, 1-2. Huskies have not played since April 25th when they lost 8-1 to Totino Grace. Lost the day before 6-5 to Blaine. They have 2 one-run losses this year, as does Coon Rapids. Off speed, and Olsen just got the end of the bat on it. When you've only played 6 games or 8 games,
right,
those one-run losses, those go the other way. Your season looking very different at this stage. Only win for Andover this year on April 23rd. There's a foul tip at the plate. That was a 12-3 win over Spring Lake Park.
Yeah, they dropped their first 3, and then now they've dropped their last 2.
Cardinals snapping the 3-game losing streak yesterday. Non-conference play. 1-2 pitch, another foul. Olsen battling well up at the plate.
Baseball team playing Armstrong today on a game that has been made up, and they're down 6-1.
1-2 pitch once again on the way, and Olsen golfs one down the left field line, and coming in to make the catch is Schmalzer.
Oh, I apologize. They're down 1-0. Armstrong is 6-1. It was kind of an interesting. Armstrong 6-1 coming into this season. They've got off to a nice start. Of course, we will see the baseball team tomorrow night, which will be Friday, the 3rd.
You should get fantastic weather for that game. Supposed to warm up nicely.
Yep, against Andover. We'll see Andover's baseball team tomorrow. It's a youth night. That one will be at Wintercrest Field under the lights. And of course, it's going to be live on CTN.
2-0 to Zoski here for Andover. She bounced out to Johnson her first at bat.
Such a nice night. You should come down to the ballpark, but if you can't, for some reason, make sure you turn us on.
3-0. Strombeck is on deck for Andover. A 1-run ball game here in the bottom of the 3rd. Johnson needing a strike here instead of swing and a pop-up behind first base. Numala is there. And on a 3-0 pitch, an opposite field pop-up.
Oh, nice to get the out in that situation. And then offering the free pass.
That'll bring up Strombeck. Solid single to left, her first time up. Reached third base after stealing second. Was stranded there. That was Andover's best threat of the game. Good pitch for a strike. Johnson looking for her first. 1-2-3 inning. Liner to left. And there it is for Schmalzer again. Well, the outfielders have been busy in this one and making some plays. And through 3. Still 1-0 Cardinals.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure
love.
Actually, in the
Now your game recap here, and that's the big hit of the day. And here's the big moment of the game. After the triple, the ball that just popped out of the glove of Zoski at second base with 2 outs in the top half of the first. Andover with a threat in the bottom half of the first after the single by Strombeck. And of course, Coon Rapids had another chance in the top half of the third as they put 2 on with 2 out. But the pitchers have been able to get out of the jams here today. There you see Handel doing it with the strikeout. And that's why it's still 1-0 as we move to the top half of the 4th.
Yeah, tight contest, obviously, and you see 3 hits for the Cardinals and 2 for Andover. Of course, that big error in the field that led to a run. The only run.
Handel will get the mask back on and get ready to go as she'll face Evan Hewlin, Leah Numala, and Cam Schmalzer. First pitch swinging and a spinner on the right side. Got away from the first baseman Anderson. Bazoski right there to back up, and Anderson alertly got back to the bag. I just got a jacket delivered. I feel like such a prima donna.
It's pink. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Just wanted to make sure.
Is it warm? That's all that matters.
Yep.
So one gone here in the top half of the fourth.
Just don't
treat
check
me so well.
Don't check the pockets. I'll just tell you that, Fred.
Yeah, it's
just leave the pockets alone.
Who knows what kind of contraband
Leave the
is in this
pockets
thing.
alone.
One ball and no strikes to the left-handed hitting Numala. 0 for 1. And that one's bounced to the plate, foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Although you could check it. If there's any money, I'll split it with you.
Oh, I'm out the door if there's money in here. I won't even finish the game.
What happened to Charlie? So I'm driving away.
He got paid early and he left.
There's $3 in Josh's coat. He left.
Huberty down the third base line. Nice play as she gets Numala by a step. 2 quick outs here in the fourth for Alex Honda.
And again, you talked about a pitcher's duel so far here early on, and both pitchers doing a nice job of controlling the action so far.
Schmalzer's made 3 putouts in the outfield. All decent running catches. Foul at the plate here as that one spins towards the Coon Rapids dugout. Grounded out to the first baseman Anderson with Zosky covering. Back in the second inning in her only at bat. Inning that saw 2, 3, 4 putouts.
Yep.
You don't see that in a game.
You don't.
Maybe a month.
And you have 2.
2 in an inning.
Yep.
Slashing away again, this one toward the Andover dugout. So behind 0-2 and trying to find a space between where those 2 balls just went. Two strikes on the Coon Rapids left fielder, and this one's right back to Hondel. Up with it, throws to first, and that pulled Anderson off the bag, and that will extend the inning.
Yeah, just a little bit too high, and Anderson just couldn't keep her foot on the bag.
Up to us to guess how that one would be scored. That looks like E1.
Yeah.
She did have to hustle it maybe a little more than she thought.
It's a catchable ball, but it is a little high.
And it certainly would have beaten the runner, so that's got to go down as an error, unfortunately, for Hondel. But it is a strike to Carls. Still just needs 1 good pitch to get out of the inning. Alex Hondel, swing and a miss. Struck out Carls back in the second. 2 strikeouts for Hondel in this game. That's the thing. It's been a pitcher's duel, but it has not been a strikeout duel.
No.
Those are the only 2 strikeouts in the game.
Yep. No, it's just that, obviously both teams have had some base runners, more so for Coon Rapids. But
close pitch there, just low. Good eye by Carls.
Yeah, and if that ball's not dropped, we're still the zeros.
Runner at first is Schmalzer. 2 outs here in the top half of the fourth. And a roller foul at the third base line. Mentioned Hondel coming in with the high ERA, but that's dropping very quickly here as she gets these outs. And of course the run that she's given up not charged to her.
Correct.
And a swing and a miss. She's got 3 strikeouts and pitches around her own error. And we're halfway home from Andover, and it's still 1-0 Coon Rapids on CTN.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. She's warm.
Yeah.
She came prepared. As we move to the bottom half of the fourth inning, Charlie Beatty, Howie Shapiro warming up. I got the sweatshirt on now.
Well, and you got the CTN.
This thing's nice.
Well, you got the CTN sweatshirt, so you're right there.
Oh, yeah. Brand loyal.
Yes, you are.
1 ball to no strikes to Amanda Pelkey. Off-speed pitch, and that catches the outside corner.
There's a little tag, though, on it that says property of Josh Edving.
Yeah, that's right.
Of course, he has that on all items of clothing.
It goes well with the other sweatshirt that I have underneath. One and one the count. 2 balls and a strike.
Josh is just saying you may regret putting that sweatshirt on.
Yeah.
You may have.
I mean, I knew the risks.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike to the Andover catcher. In the dirt off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. We have not had a walk in this game by either pitcher, but there have been some close calls.
Yes, there have been.
And a 3-1 from Johnson on the way. Gets the leadoff hitter. And there is a strike. Sidney Huberty, Madison Schaefer will be the other 2 scheduled hitters for Andover in the bottom of the 4th.
Pelkey looking over at the bench, smiling a little bit. I think she thought that was out of the zone. Nonetheless, the umpire is always right.
And the 3-2 pitch swung on and missed, and Johnson battles back for her first strikeout of the game. And that'll bring up Sidney Huberty. Huberty flied out to left to end the first inning, and really that was the best threat Andover's had. Takes one up high, 1 ball and no strikes.
Now, Laya did a nice job of battling back to get that strikeout.
Mentioned she had good strikeout numbers coming in. That was her first of the day, but the defense has played very well behind her. In the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. One gone here, bottom half of the 4th. Off-speed pitch, foul down the right field line. That one was playable, but a very long run out there for Hewlin, who's got the jacket on in right field.
Yeah, tried to stay warm out there.
So 2-1 the count. Speeds it up, and that was lined into right field. A base hit for Huberty.
Yeah, just over Humala's glove.
One of the hardest hit balls we've had today. And hit number 3 for the Huskies, and that'll bring up Schaefer. Madison popped out to the pitcher. Very high pop-up. Her first at bat back in the 2nd inning. And the tying run you saw there, Huberty at first base. 1 for 2 now. Another high pop-up foul right toward the truck.
Stay away from my car.
No balls and 1 strike. No cars were injured in the making of that foul ball. Landed on the sidewalk.
It's a good place for it.
No balls and a strike to the Andover right fielder. Off-speed pitch right back to the mound. They want at least 1 at second base, and the relay on to first, not quite in time.
They get that lead runner, and that's the important part. It's awful tough to turn a DP in that situation. But Elia did the right thing by going over to second and getting the lead run.
Read a check, getting it over to first base pretty quickly. Made it a close play.
She did.
2 outs, and there is a strike to Christina Meyer. Meyer, the other player to hit into the 3-4 ground out in this ball game, and this one is into right field. Hewlin coming on, has to play it on a hop. Trying to throw the runner out at first, not in time. A 2-out single for Meyer, and Andover has a bit of a threat going. And bring up Sophie Schultz, who did single in her first at bat.
A little something cooking here for the Huskies with 2 away.
And we're going to get a pinch runner here for the designated player, Meyer. It's going to be Trinity Salisbury, number 10, who's going to come on and run.
Get a little additional speed on the base pass in case you get a ball hit. It touches the green in the outfield.
10 runs for 20.
And that is not a courtesy runner, that is a straight pinch runner. So here is Schultz, an RBI spot for the Huskies. First pitch down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Strikeout single, fielder's choice single in the inning for Andover. Johnson trying to strand a couple more runners. He's already left 2 on the base paths here through 3 innings. Swing and a miss there by Schultz. 1 ball, 1 strike. Maddie Anderson would be next. Should Schultz reach? Up high, 2-1.
The Cardinals had a really close contest. Last time, in fact, that Elia pitched, a 2-1 loss to Centennial. A low-scoring affair.
Centennial, very good team as well.
Yeah.
3-1. Going to play Blaine tomorrow night. Matchup of 2 teams that are really battling at the top of the Northwest Suburban Conference, which is really crowded at the top. There's a strike, 3-2.
Yeah, it really is. You've got Centennial Maple Grove at 6-1. Elk River 5-0, Anoka 5-2, Blaine 5-2, as well as Champlain Park being 5-2, all in the conference.
Payoff pitch coming to Schultz. Slow roller back to Johnson. She'll flip to first, and 2 more stranded for the Huskies as Johnson gets the job done. 1-3 the put out. Pitching around a couple of singles, and after 4, it's still Coon Rapids 1 and Andover nothing on CTN.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then just follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Keep up with local news, sports, and events, and the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
There's the shirt of the day.
Yep, beat Andover.
Yeah, don't cover up the B. That changes the message greatly as Jaden Gale steps in.
Well, unless you just have the D-O-V-E-R, then eat Dover sole. Maybe it's like a fish. I'm stretching it.
A lot of Dover sole in this part of the world. There's Gale. It's a fly ball down the left field line. That's a foul ball.
You can find Dover sole at Cub.
Can you? Sure.
Yeah, sure. You have a special on Dover sole.
Gale flying out to deep left in her first at bat. We're learning a lot here in this ball game, including that these 2 pitchers can really bring it. Nice pitcher's duel here between Alex Hondel and Elia Johnson. 1-1 the count to the Coon Rapids number 9 hitter. And a hard ground ball right to Huberty at third. Picked well and on to first for the out.
Yeah, it's always that tough play. That ball hit sharply to third. Nice play by Huberty. feel that real clean and quick throw over to Anderson.
The irony of this game is that the only run is on the board because of a defensive error, but the defense today behind both pitchers has been fantastic.
Yeah, they really have.
And Abby Graham, who has scored the only run, also lined out to the second baseman, Joski, and an excellent lunging catch back in the third. Now 1-1 here in the fifth. See the Andover players checking the wristbands again. It even has something for bases empty situations. Now 2-1. I'd love to get a look at one of those.
Yeah,
one
it'd be
day,
interesting.
Exactly what is on it. I'm sure every team is different. Two balls and a strike.
Used to wear one to carry my favorite menu at the pizza place.
Just recipes.
So I'd have it. I could call in a quick number 3, please.
2-2 to Graham. It's a life hack.
Yeah.
In the dirt off the plate, so a full count. Coon Rapids has not had a hit since Sam Lom's single back in the third. Hondel's had some long stretches without giving up base hits. Here's a walk. And Graham is aboard for the second time today, and that'll bring up Elijah Johnson. The chance to give herself a little bit of cushion here.
Well, Graham's an experienced hitter. Obviously, be able to work for that walk, and get an opportunity with one away to get on base.
And a swing and a miss and a throw down to first. Graham will get back in. A little bit late on that fastball from Hondel was Johnson.
Yeah, you're talking about a team who hit the long ball quite a bit last year in Coon Rapids. I believe they had 21 homers last year.
That one will get out of play. It's 0-2.
I don't believe they have any this season so far.
They have a couple.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Three on the year.
Okay, I believe they have about 3. But they're definitely behind their pace from a year ago.
And this one is deep to right. Drifting back and making the play, fighting the sun, was Schaefer. And another one that sent an Andover player near the fence. Some long flyouts in this game for Coon Rapids, but still just the one run on the board. And here's the player with their last hit, Sam Lom. Bounced one up the middle with 2 outs in the third. That put 2 runners on. And trying to do the same thing. Zoski has that one kick up on her, took a funny hop and rolled right over the wrist.
Yeah, that was a strange looking ball. I mean, she stepped into that hit.
Clearly hit something in the dirt because she had that one measured. And it just took a right turn.
Just took a little bit of must have hit a stone.
Likely it would have to go down as an error, but a hard luck error there for Zoski, hoping that doesn't cost any runs, as it's a strike to Scheck.
And again, the Cardinals threatening, but again with 2 away.
Scheck's been in this spot twice now.
Yep.
Reached down an error back in the first, and then did not reach in the third. Here, one off the wall, and that's going to score some runs in the fifth. It's going to get at least 1 home. It's going to get 2 home as Lom hustles in. A 2-run, 2-out double for Meg Scheck and his 3-0 Cardinals.
Well, that time Meg came through in the clutch situation, and she gave that ball a ride to the fence.
Yeah, that thing hit off the top of the wall, inches from a home run.
Well, it's got to make Elijah Johnson feel a little bit better as well, because now she'll take the mound next inning at least with a 3-0 lead.
Right in the hitting zone there for Scheck. Good angle. You saw it right there.
Piece of hitting.
Middle in. That went in the dirt, blocked really well by Pelkey. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, Pelkey again just doing a nice job behind the plate, making sure that ball didn't get too far away from her.
Evan Newland, the hitter for Coon Rapids, trying to pile on some more insurance here. And there's a high fly ball to left, but this one's going to stay in the ballpark. And a miscommunication between the 2 outfielders, and it drops. And in to score is Scheck, and then the throw back into the infield. Getting away. It really looked like Olsen had that one, and Schultz called her off.
Yeah, I think it was Olsen's ball. But Schultz coming over from center field. And fortunately for the Cardinals, they'll take advantage of that miscue in the field. It's the second one that's allowed a run to score.
And this is speculation, but it does seem like all these runs are unearned. Now here's another collision as Pelkey is able to make the catch, colliding with Hondel, and the inning is over. But 3 runs come in for Coon Rapids and 3 unearned runs. They lead at 4-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th on CTN.
Score going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. But I need that back. No. Kevin!
Hey, look, it's those guys.
Get some drinks.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
A little bit more breathing room here for Eli Johnson as we move to the bottom half of the 5th. 3 runs, all unearned in the top half of the 5th inning. Coon Rapids with the 4-0 lead. And the first pitch is up and in to Maddie Anderson. 1 ball and no strikes. 8, 9, and 1 hitters, 2 up for Andover here in the 5th.
Yeah, you have to feel pretty good on the mound when you left the last inning. You were up 1-0, now up 4-0. A little bit more of a cushion to work from.
And a strike on the outside corner. Andover has had only 4 base runners in this ball game. Only 1 has reached third base. And the 1-1 pitch on the way to Anderson. Down the right field line. Drifting back in the wind is Hewlin to make the catch. It's a tough corner out there for the right fielders because the sun's right on you.
Yeah, they're looking right into it.
And the breeze is going that way as well.
I know she took off the coat.
One of the few players out there actually doesn't have sleeves.
Yeah.
In fact, she's the only fielder out there without sleeves, so
tough.
Hence the coat, but only for a half inning. And a bunt, and this one is going to roll just foul for Corinne Olsen. Not by much.
No, it did not.
Olsen fly to left. Her only at bat back in the 3rd, just the 2nd time through the order for Andover in the 5th inning. Pitch up at the letters, but it is a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Down that right field line again. Hewlin won't be able to get this one. It'll run to the fence. And Olsen wants second. And she's going to hustle for 3rd. And the throw is high, but a nice backup there by Johnson to prevent that from becoming an error-aided inside the park home run for Olsen, but it is a triple.
Well, and that ball got out there quickly. Not much Hewlin could do. Well, hit well over her head.
Andover in need of runs and their best opportunity here. The top of the order coming up. And Zosky, who's had 2 errors in the field that have led to Coon Rapids runs, has a chance to pull something back here in the 5th.
Well, Johnson's been in this situation where she's had some issues with runners on base, but has gotten out of jams. We'll see what she can do here with 1 away.
Trying a little bit of a safety squeeze there, and that pitch was up high. 1 ball and no strikes. This is where the play card really gets interesting for both teams. Hoyam is very far in at third, about a third of the way up the line. And here is the bunt toward the third baseman. Zosky will head down to first, and now the runner will not be able to come home.
Huge, because now with 2 away, you're just concerned about that hitter at the plate, just get that third out and not to have any damage. And, you know, you're looking at Coon Rapids' situation. They're fortunate now that they were able to pick up 3 runs, and even if that one run does come from third, you still have a decent lead.
Strombeck's hit the ball hard twice and a third time, and the run will come home. And Andover is on the board. Second hit of the day for Strombeck and an RBI. So they do make the triple pay off. And that'll bring up Pelkey. Strombeck has been right on it twice here in this game. Once in between third and short. That one right back up the middle. To get the Huskies on the board, 4-1. And Pelkey's 0 for 2. Takes one down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. One-0 pitch, off speed, good pitch there from Johnson. 1-1.
She got her guessing on that pitch. Smiles and looks at the dugout. Pelkey, a good hitter.
Up high, Strombeck faking off first base once again. She did steal a base earlier in the game on a delayed steal. 2-1 to Pelkey, who has bounced to second and is the only strikeout victim that Johnson has today. 2-1, and that time late on the fastball. 2-2.
A big pitch there.
Both pitchers have really changed speeds pretty well today.
They have. They've really mixed things up. We'll see if she comes back with the fastball in this situation.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Strombeck at first base. That one's outside to run the count full. Payoff pitch coming to the Andover catcher. Strombeck going, and they'll do it again as it's fouled at the plate.
They should beat that one into the ground.
Left-handed hitter, if you can get one up there and pull it.
Yep.
That wind's going to help you out.
Yes, it will. Oh, it shifted a little bit, now blowing a little left to right.
And another 3-2, and this one's fought off foul over the Andover dugout. So good battle here between Johnson and Pelkey. One of those at-bats that could go a long way into deciding this game. 3-2, rounder up the middle, and that rolls under the glove of Sheck. I'm not sure Sheck ever touched that, and she did have to move to her left, so you think that one probably will go down as a base hit.
Coach Nienaber coming out to make a visit to the mound after that.
I think he might be making a pitching change. Sam Lam is coming into the dugout, presumably for a new glove. Back-to-back singles with 2 outs, and all of a sudden the tying run is at the plate in Huberty, and that's a dangerous hitter.
It certainly is, and Lam will take the mound.
Not a new glove, came in for the headgear. So one day after pitching a complete game, Sam Lam coming in relief. We'll see how the Cardinals rearrange things here.
I would imagine Johnson goes to first. That's my guess anyway. And I think, I can't see the number of who's in center, but I think. And we're going to step aside. We will sort it all out. Sam Lam coming on. Big spot
4-1 Coon Rapids in the 5th.
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, some fees may apply. Check our website for more details. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Sam Lom out of the quote-unquote bullpen that was center field here, and she will try to get Coon Rapids out of a jam.
So it looks like Schmalzer goes to center. Schmalzer in center, and I still can't see who's
Jaden Gale is going to
Jaden
left
Gale?
field,
Okay.
so
All right.
no changes to the lineup here. Schmalzer just switching positions. Gale was the designated player. And I believe that it was Carls who came out of the game.
Yeah, at first, because Elijah Johnson will take over at first base.
In the meantime, it's Lom versus Huberty and a big at bat, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Sydney is 1 for 2. Fly to left and a single, and she has home run power, and all of a sudden representing the tying run in this game here in the bottom of the 5th. Takes one right down the middle. Going to throw in behind the runner at second base, and diving back in is Strombeck. Strombeck delivered the 2-out RBI single, and then Pelkey with a roller up the middle, and it is a situation where Huberty could tie this up with 1 swing of the bat. And meanwhile, she
off the post,
rocks one off the post right in front of the Coon Rapids dugout. Nobody really flinched over there. That's toughness.
They're used to it.
1-2 pitch to the Andover cleanup hitter. Big pitch here coming for Sam Lom. And fought off, fouled away again.
Stay away from my car. I figure if I say it and I wish it, it'll stay away.
I think you keep saying it after the ball's already landed, though. Gotta get in there earlier.
Well, you never know if it ricochets off something.
Good pick behind the plate and throw down to second base again. Boy, that was a very casual, excellent play by Abby Graham. 2-2.
Yeah, she just took it off the ground in one motion, threw it down to second.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Pitch to Hubert. He popped up, fouled on the right field line. A long run for everybody, and into that Bermuda Triangle there. No chance for Numala.
Yeah, unfortunately, they couldn't get to that ball. That would have been a big out if they would get that in foul territory and end the inning. The runners at first and second, 2 away.
Huberty came into this game with the team's only home run, 2 runs batted in, and an off-speed pitch. She stayed on it.
It's rolling. Stay away from my car.
Big spot here in the bottom half of the 5th. Sam Lom trying to preserve things for Elijah Johnson. 4 2/3 innings for the Coon Rapids starter. Right back to the mound, and Lom will gun over to Johnson to close out the inning and end the Andover threat. They get 1, but they leave 2, and we're through 5. Coon Rapids by 3 on CTN.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you. She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand.
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. and move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Top half of the 6th on the way as Coon Rapids saw its lead shaved down by 1, but good work by Sam Lom to get out of the inning against the dangerous Huberty.
Yeah, dodge another bullet with runners on base, and not just the one run coming across for the Huskies in their bottom half of the 5th.
So it'll be Schmalzer, Carls, and Gale. Schmalzer will lead it off. She has hit 2 ground balls, one that ended in an error by Hondel. One of 4 Andover errors in this game. None of the runs that Coon Rapids have scored have been earned runs for Hondel. Bouncer foul at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good thought by Cam. Try and put that one down.
Schmalzer now playing center field. This one pop foul into the Andover dugout. 1-2. Started the day in left. Made a lot of plays out there in left field. Hondel has 3 strikeouts in this game, looking for number 4. That one's pop foul into the crowd. Good barehanded catch. So 1-2 to the Coon Rapids left fielder turned center fielder. This one popped our direction. Pelkey will be able to dive for that one. 1-2 still.
Schmalzer doing a nice job just protecting the plate, keeping her at bat alive here.
And the pitch on the way just got a piece of that. Took off running for first just in case.
Yeah, just a little nick.
And the 1-2 pitch will come again from Hondel. Good battle here between the Andover pitcher, the number 7 hole hitter for Coon Rapids, and another one that she just got a piece of.
Yeah, just again keeping that at bat alive, making Hondel throw pitches.
Schmalzer has struck out 4 times this year, determined not to let it happen again. And a slow roller up the third base line. Huberty's got a hustle. Nice play over to first.
Yeah, just got her. Huberty's very impressive at third base for the Huskies. She's made a number of nice plays. It was a good job. Nice throw across the diamond just to get her.
Half a step at most, and that was with a frozen rope across the diamond. So here's Carls, who started the day at first base. Now just hitting. And there's her first contact into center field, but playable out there for Schultz. And quickly 2 gone. Jaden Gale now playing left field for the Cardinals will step up. She's 0 for 2 with a fly to left, a grounder to third. The wind picking up again. Another foul tip at the plate. That one back to the screen. No balls and a strike to Gale. Again, the driving force of the offense yesterday.
Yeah, looking to see if she can get the offense going here in the top of the 6th again. Up 4-1. Love to get at least that 1 run back.
0-2. It was a big inning yesterday for Coon Rapids. They scored 7 of their 9 runs in the 4th.
That's like the Twins. They had a 6-run inning today.
0-2 pitch, sky high on the infield. Zaski waits for it to come down and makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Handel. She's been impressive, even with the 4 runs given up. But a good start today for the Andover pitcher. They need runs, though, to try to catch Coon Rapids. 4-1 Cardinals.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Six outs to get for Coon Rapids, and it'll be back-to-back victories in back-to-back days. Sam Lam is out to try to close this thing down. And she will face Madison Schaefer, Christina Meyer, Sophie Schultz here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Yeah, Cards would like a quick inning here.
That's on the outside corner for a strike. Yeah, only one 1-2-3 inning. Coon Rapids pitching today. 7 hits against Johnson, but she stranded almost everybody she led on base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Nice fastball. Couldn't catch up with it.
It's tough for Andover. You're facing the number 2 pitcher on the staff, and you don't get much going, and then all of a sudden here comes the ace out of the bullpen to try to shut things down. And an 0-2 pitch. Off speed, foul tip, 3-pitch strikeout.
A pretty strikeout there. Nice pitch.
18th of the year for Lam. Johnson had 1, so she has 18 as well this year. Of course, tied for the team lead. See her just slow that thing down. And then speed her right back up again for the first pitch to Meyer, but it's up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. I'd say much more than baseball, really. Changing speeds is the name of the game in softball. You can make it move a little, but it's all about timing, especially when you're right on top of the hitter as you are.
That pitch didn't miss by much. It was on the inside portion of the plate, just a little bit to beyond it.
2-0 pitch. Foul down the right field line. That'll end up on top of the batting cage. 2 balls and a strike to Meyer, who is 1 for 2. Just haven't been able to string enough hits together today, the Huskies. Another good off-speed pitch. So hard to slow your swing down once you've already started.
And you're looking for that heat.
2-2. Back to the fastball, but that one's down low. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Meyer. Lam this year struck out 17 coming in, had walked 10. And there's number 11 as that one's not close. And that's what you can't afford here is free base runners.
No, you definitely cannot.
And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Andover. Anna Girth is going to come in, 3 for 8 on the season with a couple of RBIs. Also a runner at first base. It will be Trinity Salisbury for the 2nd time.
10 re-enters for 20, and 4 is batting.
So Girth at the plate, the left-handed hitter.
Good opportunity for Girth, too. I mean, again, you had mentioned it in situations she's able to come through here so far this season. Looking for her to do the same here with 1 away and trailing 4-1.
3 singles on the year. This Andover team does not have a lot of extra base hits this season. They do have a triple today. On the outside corner for a strike. Meyer walked. She's at first base. Brother Salisbury, the pitch runner, at first base. And the bunt shown and then taken for a strike. So quickly 0-2 on the pinch hitter.
Yeah, that takes the bunt away from her.
Lom ready. Outside, 1-2.
Well, I'm trying to get that all-important second out at the plate if she could.
One-two pitch on the way, and that one's hacked foul. A little late on it. Girth with a great facial expression as she just wrung one off the cage in front of the dugout. If we ever have a chance to run that back, if anybody had a shot at her face as that thing hit the fence. Eyes got wide. The 1-2 pitch. That one's to the backstop. That one just stuck in the hand of Lom. It's 2-2, and moving down to second base on the wild pitch is Salisbury.
Now that wild pitch puts a runner in scoring position. Hit to the outfield, scores a run.
Through 2 hitters. No one's put one in play yet in this inning for Andover, but there's one right off the front of the dugout again from Girth.
They were smart. Anybody would stay away from that bench opening, the fence opening, because she's hit a couple right there.
And another 2-2 on the way, and another one. That one's just knuckled toward the bench. So a good fight here between the pinch hitter Girth and the reliever Lom. Another big at bat in this game. Up high, 3 balls and 2 strikes with Maddie Anderson waiting on deck. The pitch to short. Nice backhand play and on to first by Scheck. Kind of inside out at that ball with the glove, but made the play for the out. Alertly moving to third is Salisbury, and now you got 2 outs. It's up to Anderson. It was 0 for 2.
Yeah, and again, just a really nice backhanded stab by Scheck and an impressive throw across the diamond over to Lyde Johnson.
Swung on and missed by Anderson. No balls and a strike. Maybe more impressive on that play by Scheck is that the runner was cutting right in front of her. Able to focus on the ball. One out to get out of this inning for La. 1 ball and 1 strike. Corinne Olsen, who tripled in her last at bat, would be next if Andover can extend the inning. It's now 2-1.
Ball just a little bit low.
And the pitch from Lom back up the middle, and that one once again hit something in the dirt and kicked up on Scheck. And it's 4-2.
Yeah, that's a big error. As you mentioned, did hit something in the dirt and popped into her.
Saw that happen to Zosky the other way. Watch this third bounce right there. You can see it.
Yeah, it looks like she was going to make a routine play at a ground ball, and then that ball took a hop on her.
So the tying run at the plate again. And a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch. Coon Rapids scored in the first inning, and really, even when it was 1-0, they were in control of the game the entire way. But Andover is not going away. And really battling here against Lom, now 0-2.
Yeah, and that's an unfortunate play in the field for the Cardinals because that, any other situation, that ball doesn't hit anything, that's an out. And they're out of the inning.
High fly ball by Olson into left field, and Gale hustling back toward the fence makes the catch. Another well hit ball by Olson. Another run for Andover. And we head to the final inning, maybe 4-2. Coon Rapids after 6.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Opiates has taken everything and everyone I've ever loved away from me. Everything.
I blew my ankle out and I got prescribed pain pills by my doctor.
If making my detox public is gonna help somebody, I'm all for it. I just wish I would have had a warning.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Look who is to my left at this point. Mike Burlingame, happy birthday. 64 today. Happy birthday, Mike Burlingame. Look, there he is. Happy day.
This was all just a ruse to have a birthday party here, right?
It's not really his birthday.
He got away from you quick after you said that.
Oh, yeah.
Pitching change for Andover here. Matty Botno is going to come out. Botno 1-1 on the year with a 4.31 ERA, so 6 innings for Honda. She was good today. Honda did a nice job. And
very efficient.
4 unearned runs.
Yep.
But she's given Andover a chance to win this game. Still just a 2-run ball game as we head to the top half of the 7th.
Now the Huskies looking to get out of this top half of the 7th quickly.
Honda allowed in this game only 4 hits for Coon Rapids. They scored 3 runs in the 5th with 1 base hit. 2 errors did them in.
Oh, good situation for the Cardinals here with the top of the order up here in the top of the 7th.
Graham has tripled, did a hard liner, and walked. And line drive, maybe the defensive play of the day. On the day when we've had some pretty good defensive plays. Caitlin Zosky made it. First pitch of the 7th inning is on the inside corner for a strike. Botno has Andover's only win this year. Tied with Hondel coming in with 13 innings pitched. So has some catching up to do with that category. 4.31 ERA, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks on the year. And there's an 0-2 count.
Yeah,
a very good hitter.
Yeah, and a solid pitch too. Again, just keep that in that portion of the zone. Keep it low as you possibly can. And batter's either going to swing and miss, watch it go by, or hit it on the ground.
0-2 pitch, grounded to short. Strombeck staying on it. Nice play at first by Anderson on a low throw. Strombeck, a little excuse me as she goes back to her position. Had lots of time to make that play. I think that's why she's doing that. But Anderson dug it out nicely. 1 gone. Here's Johnson. Johnson today is 1 for 3. And in line to be the winning pitcher if things don't change. Takes a ball up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Singled and reached as far as second base back in the 3rd. Off speed out in front of it. Spins it to the backstop. And if you're Andover here, you're just looking for a quick inning out of Botno. Get you back in.
Oh, absolutely.
They, too, have the top of the order coming up in the bottom half of the 7th inning. This one is hit high and deep to right field, and drifting back to make the play is Schaefer out there.
Well, she gave it a ride similar to that last time at bat, but similar situation and similar result. A fly out to right.
Schaefer took an interesting route to that ball, but made the play pretty well in the end. That's all that matters.
Yes, as long as you catch it.
So here's Lam. He's 1 for 3 with a single. She's also reached on an error and scored in that big 5th inning. It really is the difference at this point. 3 runs in that inning on just 1 hit for Coon Rapids. 1 ball, no strikes. Cardinals could use a little bit more insurance.
They could.
2-0 to Lam, who will, of course, be pitching in the bottom half of the 7th.
Yeah, the Cardinals with that 4-0 lead, and Andover able to chip away, get a couple of them back.
They scored a run without a base hit in the bottom half of the 6th. And that's softball for you. I mean, anything can happen in this sport. And wild things usually do happen in softball, and that's what makes it so much fun to watch. And there's a strike. It's a sport where you face dominant pitchers all the time. Sometimes you just have to claw your way home.
You do, and it's, you know, and two, if pitchers are hot, makes it that much more difficult to try and get anything going offensively.
That's it well to center field, on the run just over the glove of Schultz out there, and Lam's going to dig for 3, and this is our 3rd triple of the ball game.
Yeah, Sam did a nice job, got all of that ball and put it to deep center over Sophie Schultz. You're going to see Schultz try and make an effort to run that down. It's going to go to the fence. Now an opportunity here.
And they're not going to bother with Sheck.
No, they're going to put her on and pitch to Hewlin. As you mentioned, Charlie, if they can get at least a run back, add a little cushion to this lead to the bottom half of the 7th.
Yeah, they didn't want to face Sheck again in another 2-out run-scoring situation. They'll face Hewlin instead. Intentional base on balls.
Well, that's respect for Meg Sheck.
She's hit the ball hard today and had the big double in the 5th. That is the difference right now, because that was a 2-run double.
Yep.
That gave Coon Rapids the 4-run lead. And she's just going to slowly walk her way to second base. They're not worried about her as Lam is kept at third base. That was a stolen base amble by Sheck down to second base. No balls and a strike to Hewlin. Game right now for Andover is at the plate. Hewlin has reached on an error. She's down in the hole 0-2 here. She's also flied to center, grounded to second. And a base hit here would be huge for Coon Rapids. 0-2, and Lotno just blew her away with 3 pitches, and it will be up to Lam to protect a 2-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Don't go anywhere. Good game here from Andover. 3 outs to get for Coon Rapids, 4-2 Cardinals.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
Love it.
Cross-referencing travel sites. And booking all your flights with those...
Vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh. But now they're like... Aloha. You aced this vacation. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, you know what? Let's take off his sweatshirt. Get rid of pictures of him. You don't have to look at him. Goodbye, Dave.
Mom, you don't understand. He's tagged in like 400 of my posts.
I can cut out tags.
No, that's not how it works.
What is a tag?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to share their first with you.
Sam Lom trying to lock it down for Coon Rapids here in the bottom half of the 7th, and she'll have her work cut out for her. Saskia Strombeck Pelkey, the 1-2-3 hitters for Andover, and if anybody gets on, the dangerous Sydney Huberty would hit. His first 3 hitters be the only 3 that Lom is yet to face in this ball game. She came on to face Huberty in the bottom half of the 5th.
Yeah, and in turn, these are the 3 hitters that haven't seen her yet, that haven't faced her at the plate either, so they're not knowing what she's going to offer them as they had the opportunity against Lyle Johnson.
Zoski is 0 for 3. And takes a strike.
Zoski just letting a pitch go by, just kind of see what she has to offer.
Of course, her getting on base would only bring up the tying run, so it's just her job to get on board one way or another. Line drive to center field, but right at Cam Schmalzer for the out.
A relatively quick first out here in the bottom half of the 7th.
Good contact for Zoski, but in the wrong place for sure. And that'll bring up Strombeck, who's had a good day at the plate, but that was all against Johnson. She was 2 for 3. Also drove in a run. And right back up the middle, knocked down by Lom and on to first for the out. Boy, that was ticketed for center field.
Yep, it was.
Just a backhand stab.
Big play. Big play by Sam Lom.
So now the last chance for Andover is Pelkey. Singled up the middle in her last at bat. And pops one up foul, and a diving play at third base by Hoyam.
Great effort to dive out, to stretch out. She landed hard, but smiles all around, so seems obviously okay. But really good effort.
Pelkey trying to extend things for Huberty. Lom can laugh about it. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing foul over our heads.
That's yours, Charlie.
I think my arms reach back that far.
Did they used to call you Stretch Armstrong?
If they did, it was very wrong.
More like Stretch Arm Wrong.
2 principles there. 0-2 pitch. Up and away, 1 and 2. Coon Rapids bench wanted that one. Pelkey 1 for 3. Swung on and missed. And Coon Rapids has won back-to-back games on back-to-back days. 9-2 yesterday, a little closer today, 4-2. They took advantage of the opportunities they were given by the Andover defense. All the runs unearned, but they came across the plate, and that's all that matters.
Well, that is all that matters. And again, yeah, give credit to Andover. They did a good job of trying to fight back, but a nice job by Lom to come in in relief of Lyle Johnson and get a nice, especially a nice finish here in the bottom half of the 7th. That's going to move their record to 4-5, drop the Huskies to 1-6 on the season. But as you mentioned, back-to-back wins, and they'll certainly take a win. I think especially over Andover. These are like 2 teams that don't like to lose to each other, and the Cardinals are going to get the win here this afternoon.
Johnson will get the win. She moves to 1-2. Tough luck loss for Alex Hondo.
Yeah,
pitched really well today. Drops to
well.
0-4. Mentioned she came in with the ERA over 8. That's going to go down significantly with her performance today.
Yep.
And the save for Sam Lom, her first of the year, second save of the year for the Cardinals. And they've got some good momentum going here. They do. And we'll get to their upcoming schedule in a moment. But Coon Rapids with back-to-back wins after a tough start and some 1-run losses. As you see, here's the upcoming TV schedule.
So we're going to be here, we're going to be over at Wintercrest on tomorrow night as the Cardinals will take on the Huskies. Then Tuesday the 7th, another night game at the beautiful Castle Field over in Anoka as the baseball team will take on the Tornadoes. And then baseball again on the 9th. Champlain Park will come over to I'm assuming. I don't know if that's live at 6:30, if that's another game at Wintercrest or not, but we'll assume that based on those graphics. But whole week, starting tomorrow, baseball action coming at you on CTN.
And no rest for the Coon Rapids Cardinals softball team. They'll be back home tomorrow. They'll take on Eastridge as they go back out of conference. Some pictures from this one as we head out for our great crew. Howie Shapiro, I'm Charlie Beatty saying so long as the Cardinals beat Andover 4-2 on the road. Good night, everybody.